Hey guys, this is Zone of Fear bringing you a F.E.A.R 3 gameplay commentary. What I intend to do in this commentary today is discuss not necessarily F.E.A.R 3, but gaming, sort of how I feel about gaming in general over the last few weeks. So, I've been sort of not really uploading much quite recently because I kind of have gamer's block. I'm not entirely sure of what I want to play. I recently bought Borderlands 2, and while Borderlands 2 is really good fun, I've got to a stage where I'm a little bit jaded with playing games right now. You know, whenever I turn on a game, I can't be bothered to play it for too long at all. And not just that, whenever I actually play a game, I find that my sort of attention span isn't really sort of good enough for whatever game it is that I'm actually playing. You know, I'll sort of play it for 5 minutes and I'll find myself getting a bit bored. So, the games that I have been playing are Borderlands 2. I've had a few hours on Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 2 so far has been great fun. I've also recently downloaded the Battlefield 3 Armoured Kill map pack, and my initial impressions of the Armoured Kill map pack are quite good. Aside from the gunship, which completely ruins Rush, the maps themselves are actually really good. You know, they have lots of large, you know, sort of flanking routes and everything else like that, which is what I wanted to see from Battlefield 3. One of my biggest problems with Battlefield 3 so far is a sort of lack of flanking routes that you can really take. So the Armoured Kill maps actually address them, you know, exactly how I wanted them to be addressed. So I think that DICE could do something with the gunship. You know, right now the gunship ruins Rush a little bit, and that's because, you know, you sort of, whenever an MCOM is armed as an attacker, you basically spray whatever, you know, gun mount that you're on, the AC-130, at the MCOM station, and it's, you know, it's almost impossible for the defenders to actually do anything about that. So while I think that the gunship in Rush is, I'd go so far as to say broken, the maps themselves are really good, and I have been having a lot of fun on Armoured Kill. And it's definitely something that I would recommend for those of you that like your bigger maps. A couple of weeks ago I also started playing Black Mesa, which is it's a mod for, well, yeah, I suppose. It's a mod for the Source engine, which is basically the original Half-Life done in full with new graphics, and it looks fantastic. You know, I've played it a fair bit, and you can tell that the guys that did this mod, you know, they've really put some effort into it. It looks fantastic, the voice acting is very good, and it's just, you know, you'll be playing it and you cannot believe that this game that you're actually playing is a mod, you know, created by, you know, a couple of guys who, you know, they're not actually employed by a studio to do this. You know, you can tell that a lot of sort of care and attention has been put into making Half-Life look better, and, you know, also with the voice acting as well, it's genuinely fantastic. What I'll do is I will put the link to the Black Mesa mod in the video description, and I think that everyone should check it out. You know, it doesn't require a meaty PC, it helps, but it is very, you know, quite easy on the specs, and it is well worth playing. So I'll put that link in the bottom in the video description for you guys to take a look. And also what I want to talk about is, what would you guys like to see next on my channel? As I sort of touched upon earlier a little bit in my video, I'm kind of a little jaded with gaming right now, and, you know, aside from the new Armoured Kill maps, I'm not really playing an awful lot at the moment. So what I want to know is, what would you guys like to see as my next video on my channel? You know, I have a few sort of ideas, you know, a few games that I'm thinking of doing. So if you want me to do, for example, Tribes Ascend, you know, which I do really like, let me know in the comments. And the same goes for, you know, sort of Borderlands 2, Battlefield 3, and Bad Company 2, which I still play quite regularly. You know, if you guys want to see any of them games, you know, get the commentary treatment, you know, do sort of let me know in the comments below. I'll take a look at all your comments and bring you something shortly with whatever video, you know, whatever video request proves to be the most popular. So if you want to see more Borderlands 2 or Battlefield 3, let me know below in the comments. About a week ago, I was actually going to upload a Crysis 2 gameplay commentary. I'm quite fond of Crysis 2 in the fact that the campaign, while it's odd, while it's nothing particularly special, I've really enjoyed the Crysis 2 campaign. I've played through it a few times already, and I'm still going through it even now. I don't know what it is about Crysis 2 that makes me replay it again, because in comparison to the first, it's not as good. But I enjoy the campaign itself enough to actually play through it again and again, which is quite rare for me, because usually once I finish a campaign, that's it. The campaign portion of the game is completely over. The only reason why I didn't actually upload the Crysis 2 video was I wasn't awfully happy with the video quality. Nvidia released some new drivers last week which seem to have sort of screwed up my performance on Crysis 2 on my 550. And I'm talking sort of less than 30 frames a second for some really weird reason. And I wasn't happy with the overall video quality, which is why I didn't upload it. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe rolling back my drivers and uploading that at a later date if you guys are still interested in seeing that. It's quite an in-depth commentary, and it goes a lot into sort of Crysis in general. This particular game here, F.E.A.R 3, I bought a while ago and not really played it an awful lot. But it's okay. I'm having a bit of fun in the campaign so far. Although it's again, it's nothing awfully special. The other thing about this game is that I could run it at sort of high settings on my old 8800 GT as well as my 550 Ti. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's a little bit of a console port, maybe. Anyway, guys, I shall leave you to the remainder of F.E.A.R 3. Do let me know what you want to see next in the comments below. Borderlands 2, Tribes Ascend, Battlefield 3. Give me a shout in the comments below. Until next time, guys, take care.